and acrylic nails is something that women love. I am team tennis, so I would rather have a tennis court back there, maybe write a poem about these beautiful views. Today we are at a $100 million property out here in beautiful Malibu, California. It's an 8-bedroom, 10-bathroom home sitting on a 1-acre lot. As you can tell, this property is as beachfront as it gets, so without further ado, let's get into this home. So starting off this property tour, we're going to be out here in this courtyard of the property. Under us we have limestone that is divided up by this astroturf, which makes it very nice. And then coming over here, obviously this is a $100 million home, so you expect all the bells and whistles. And if you look at this water feature here, you can think it's just a water feature, but it's actually a full-size lap pool. It's very deep. And then if you look in the background of here, we have fiber optic lighting peeking through. So it's sort of like if you're in a Rolls Royce or a high-end car and you know that nice little ceiling, that's exactly what's displayed here, and it shows beautifully in the nighttime. We also have this fire pit right in front of it. This is a perfect spot to greet people. You got some fire, you got some water, you got all the elements. And if you look to my right, up there is a detached guest house. We're not going to be in there today, but that's worth pointing out as well. There is a few different ways to get into this property. We got a massive pocket slider over there. We got a normal glass door over there. And then we have this one right here. So let's go into this space right away. This is going to be the screening room of the property. And this is something unique that I have not seen before. It's full of different textures and a lot of things going on in here. So let's break it down. So we have these wood slats going all throughout. And we're going to see this as a reoccurring theme in this home. And the nice limestone is also in here as well. And if you look behind us, we have a huge 9 by 18 feet screen behind us that can be divided up to 4 different screens. So if you're watching basketball, tennis, and a couple other sports, then you can make sure everyone can watch their favorite sport on the TV. And obviously you can also use them synchronized like this, so you can get that nice movie theater experience. And then coming over here too, worth pointing out is this beautiful coffee table that has 3 different materials. We got wood, we got marble, and we got steel in this coffee table right here. It's pretty unique if you ask me. And then we have this uniquely shaped couch as well, which makes it super cozy for the whole family to gather around and watch that nice movie theater night. And if you look above, we have something that we have not seen before. I kind of think it looks like a half sphere. I mean, we are from Vegas, so tying it back to Vegas, this looks like a mini version of the sphere that we have out there. And this one you can project whatever you want to, if it's starlights, if it's sharks that it is right now, which matches the ocean behind us, whatever you want to, it can fit the ambiance. And then bringing it back here, obviously, your movie theater room is going to have a connected bar here. So this one has beautiful stonework. We got 2 floating shelves, and we have that mirror in the background, as well as this brass gold material right here on the walls as an accent piece. And these wooden cabinets are also very beautiful. Bring some warmth to this room, and as well as the strip lighting above it. So in the night, this property shows beautifully. Worth pointing out, behind me too, these pocket sliders open way up. So behind me we're gonna have a pickleball court and a jacuzzi and another dry sauna. I'm a little bit pissed because obviously I am team tennis, so I would rather have a tennis court back there, but they opted for the pickleball court. So I guess if you like pickleball, you can enjoy that court. But let's take these beautiful stairs that are lit up underneath and get into the kitchen. So walking up these stairs very aesthetically, before I'm going to take you into this beautiful kitchen, I'm going to take you in here because they did a very good job with the powder rooms on this property. So if cameraman comes over here, we're going to see this Pentagonia stonework right here. This opens up and closes very softly and blends away completely flush. And then you can see the drain here too. It's a very unique drain because it's completely seamless. So everything is flush here, and this is obviously on a floating vanity. I think this is one of the more unique powder rooms, and they really put a lot of details and effort into all of them. So I am excited to show you all of them as we go along this tour. But let's take you into this kitchen right now. So bringing you into this kitchen, we're going to have a few different things. We have a dual tone here of the kitchen island, which is completely oversized, and it also has a brass detail going through it the whole way, which adds a nice tone. And there's a thing outside I want to show you that kind of ties back to this later, so keep that in mind. And then coming over here, we have 2 floating shelves. We got that dark wood in the background, which kind of brings some warmth again to this kitchen, because a lot of these super high-end homes can sometimes feel sterile. That's what a lot of people say in the comments, at least. This home is not like that. They bring in the warmth in different art pieces and in different materials, and this is one of them. We have a stainless steel, very deep sink over here, and then everything here looks super clean. This is your fridge and your freezer, and then obviously we have the Gaggenau stainless steel appliances. We have the dual oven, dual microwave setup, as well as the coffee maker in the middle. And then above and below, we have the storage space behind it, which is smoked glass, so you can kind of see through it, but it also acts like a mirror, which makes the space feel a little bit more open and bigger, which is a nice detail that they added. I also want to point out this beam right here. They're gonna have 2 more of those. So this is a complete remodel. It's a home built in the 1990s. They opted to completely renovate it, open it up, make it super modern. So this is one of the beams from the home. And if you look above it, they attached a floating shelf to it too. And if you look above, we have those nice little mushrooms as a detail to bring the warmth to this home again. And then bringing it over here, we're going to have that brass gold finish on the hood vent. We have this 5 burners, 1 oversized, and then burners in the middle right here. So you can take care of all the cooking that you need. And then bringing it over here, I want to show you as well. By the end of this super oversized island, we have this glass stand right here, which holds it up and makes for a modern touch to this island. And obviously we have the seating below it as well. But bringing you over here, I'm gonna take you to the formal dining area. And this table right here is used out of that Pentagonia stone that we have talked about earlier in this video, and we're gonna see throughout this home. This is the stone they chose for this home, and it shows beautifully, and you can really use it as an accent piece for your home. This dining table seats 8 people, and if you can look behind me, you have the whole Pacific Ocean behind you through these picture windows and these floor to ceiling massive windows on this side that leads out to your pickleball court once again. Still a little bit salty, it's not a tennis court, but is what it is. Bringing you over here, I'm gonna show you the living room where we're gonna be greeted by this L-shaped couch that has facing the backdrop of the Pacific Ocean and your oversized backyard, as well as your pool and the water features behind it. We're gonna check out that very, very soon, but let's focus on this right now, because this coffee table, again, has that little brass line like the kitchen island, so they keep reoccurring the themes. There's gonna be more of that, so they really thought about this one. But let's head over to this bar area right here. We get greeted by this art piece again, a giant candy piece, and then behind it, we have the Pentagonia stone here right again. This is beautiful social space. We got plenty of seating here. And then obviously the floating shelves behind you with the strip lighting, the mirror backdrop, and then the stonework here for the backsplash, which is really nice and has that boho chic design that we all like. And then bringing it over here, we're going to have more of these wooden slats to keep that warm throughout the house. And then bringing you into another powder room. I want to show you this one too, because they really put some effort into all of these. So as you can see here, we have beautiful stonework. We got a seamless drain. This faucet goes straight into the wall, so it's completely detached from everything else. And then we got these ribbed stonework cabinets down here. I think this is a beautiful shaped powder room. They really put effort into it. The mirror is almost 3D. It pops out, and then behind it you have the backlit lighting. And you can see this stone as well. It goes all the way up and then across. So they really did not spare on any details of these powder rooms. I think it's very, very nice. And then bringing it over here, we're going to have a wine room where you can keep your favorite selections of bottles right here at the perfect temperature. So you can, at any moment, grab a bottle, head down to the ocean, and then have a nice little date night. And then bringing you over here, I'm going to show you one of the first bedrooms. We have 2 bedrooms on this floor. This is going to be one of the spare ones. It's a good sized bedroom. We have the picture windows that leads out to your courtyard behind you. Same thing again, we got that smoked mirror glass right here, so it brings it more of an open feeling. This ensuite bathroom was also put a lot of effort to it. You can see the stonework in here, and even the toilet paper holder is made of that Pentagonia stone. So they really, like I said, don't spare any cost on this remodel. And then let's bring you guys to the first oversized bedroom, which is gonna be the junior suite of this floor. So bringing it in here, first of all, you're gonna be greeted about this lounging space. Me personally, with these views back here, I don't know if I would have a lounging space. Maybe I would do a home gym here, and you can work out with some great motivation behind you. But same thing here, we got those wooden slats on the wall, and then bringing it over here, you're gonna have your platform bed, and you have access directly to the backyard from your bedroom. And then if you come over here, I'm gonna show you your breakfast nook bar area, which has this black and gold veining, 2 floating shelves, that backlit lighting again, and then this ribbed stonework again. And if you pay attention, this is also your glass shower, which has ocean views. And if you bring it in to this one, the bathroom of this junior suite, the breakfast nook area is completely matched with the dual sink in here. I think that's a nice touch that they did, and they didn't even go for a regular mirror. They wanted some textures to this home to add that luxury feeling, so they did that very nicely with this bathroom. But now let's head outside to the backyard. So bringing you guys out to this backyard, first thing to point out, because behind you you have a 40-foot pool, just to show you guys how much they actually spent on this home. This beautiful stonework behind me could be an accent piece of its own, but it's actually a way to tuck away your pool equipment. So they really went overboard with doing this the correct way. And then if you look down right here, we have this little vein going through here. This reminds me of the kitchen island, like I said before, like the brass line that we had, but this is a stone line in the backyard. So in this backyard, we're going to have lounging space with the couch outside. We have heaters above in the ceiling, so you can sit here and enjoy regardless how the temperature is outside. But it is California, so most time of the year is going to be perfect. And then this pool right here, 40-foot pool, like I said, we got the fiber optic glass lighting again into it. And then we have infinity edge, and then it's a glass front, and obviously the water features behind it. We have those fountains going up and down, just like gravity does, and just like life goes, right? But bringing you guys over to this side of the backyard, we're going to have your outdoor kitchen, which is twin eagles, so you can make the perfect barbecue night out here. And then you have this dining space right here as well, so you can have that outside dining as well. And then there's 2 staircases to get down to your oversized backyard, one over here, one over here. But I'm located here, so let's get down these stairs right now. So this home is currently for sale as a short-term rental or a monthly rental. And it makes sense because I can definitely see a wedding being hosted here, and you have all of this space to host and like put the tables out. So this is a really cool spot for you to use if you want to host big events. And then also I want to point out, as we get over here, we have these AstroTurf cutouts, which add some texture to the backyard platform. And then over here we have a bull setup. So I don't know if you ever played bull, you know, when you throw that little ball and you try to hit the other ball. They do it a lot in France. They have it out here. And let's talk enough about that, because look at this backdrop in your backyard. So this is a gate that they have made very picturesque. And this leads down to a little stone staircase that brings you right on the beach. If you want to wake up, morning coffee, get in the water, it's nothing better that you can do. This would be the ideal property if you love the ocean. Well, lastly, I want to show you this lounge area over here in this backyard. Like I said, this is a very oversized backyard. We're sitting on 1 acre, so we have plenty of room to work with. And then just like that, we're going to take ourselves to the upstairs because I want to show you the primary suite and the rest of this home. So let's go. So heading up this robust stone staircase, we're going to be greeted by a loft area and more spare bedrooms over here. We have the primary on the right. And above, we have this pitched ceiling with windows above, so it really brings in that natural light into the home. And just like that, we're gonna get us into the primary of this home. So first of all, this is a very oversized primary room, so we're going to take and section this up. So first of all, we're gonna head in here to the office space, because if you have this home, I mean, you gotta do some work sometimes as well. The beautiful thing about this is a very nice tucked away office space away from everything else, so you can sit here and really lock in. We have this dual-sided fireplace here, and we have a TV on the wall, and then we have that Pentagonia stone again in this shelving. And as you can tell, we have ocean views and we have the views of the pickleball court. But if you really want to lock in on your work, you can use these blackout curtains, get them all the way down, and you make sure you can just focus on your work. But bring it in over here, we're gonna get into the lounging space of your primary bedroom. And all of these, this home is really designed for you to face the ocean and see the most ocean views as possible. So everything here is angled towards the ocean, which makes a lot of sense because this is really the selling point of this home. So this lounging space right here is a beautiful spot for you to hang out at any part of the day and just take in these breathtaking views. And then coming over here, this is going to be your primary bed. And as you can tell, we have a TV right here, right in front of your bed. And by the click of a button, this TV goes straight down and then under the bed. This is something we see a lot in yachts, actually, because yachts are usually very limited on space and you want to be very efficient with the space. So they use this a lot on boats. We don't really see them a lot in homes, but we do it right here, which makes sense because it's basically a home on the ocean. So we could consider it a big yacht. But bringing it in here, we have that Patagonia rock again and the wood slats that we have seen all throughout the home. We have a hers closet and a his closet, and then bringing it in here, the primary bathroom. It is a showstopper, like they would say, because if you walk in, the first thing you're gonna see is this beautiful view out here. We got an oversized rectangular window here, and then the picture windows all the way around you here. So you really have that beautiful view wherever you look. And if you take a moment and you pay attention to this stonework as well, we have seamless drains in here. We got that ribbed stonework again. And then if you look at the shower, we have the rainfall feature, we have the hose attachment. And if you take a look how oversized this is, this can also be turned into a steam room with the press of a button in there. And if you pay attention as well, the stonework all over it is book matched, and normally you see it inside of the shower as an accent piece. This one, they brought it all the way on the ceiling and then connects to the stonework of your dual sinks here. So I think they did a fantastic job really framing this bathroom in. It looks like I'm in a literal painting. And then coming over here is an acrylic freestanding tub, and acrylic nails is something that women love. If they love it so much, they can have a whole tub full of acrylic by itself. So that's something maybe your wife will love. So for a $100 million primary bedroom, of course you cannot just have one oversized balcony, you're gonna have two, but let's take you to the very big oversized one first. So coming out here from your primary bedroom, noted for this primary bedroom too, the whole width of the home is the whole width of the primary bedroom. So you really have a very oversized setup here. And then if you look behind me, we have that glass paneling. And if you remember earlier in the video when I talked about the backyard, how you can host weddings and other sorts of events, I can see someone taking that bouquet and like throwing it back here for someone to catch it, and hopefully they can get luckily married as well. But coming over here, we have more lounging space that is attached straight to your primary once again. So here you can sit out here, lounge, maybe read a book, maybe write a poem about these beautiful views, something like that. However, that wraps it up for this balcony. Let's head to the other one. So connected to the lounge space in the primary bedroom is also another attached balcony. So out here overlooks the Malibu hills, and you can really see the full overview of your courtyard down here. So it really wraps it up for this primary bedroom. Let's head into the spare bedrooms. So making our way out of the primary bedroom, we're going to have another balcony here, also overlooking the courtyard. And then I have this door right here. I'm going to close it up because I want you to see this detail. It's completely flush with the wall, so it's a frameless door that leads in one of 3 bedrooms on this wing of the home. This one right here has picture windows again, overlooking your pickleball court and obviously ocean views almost from every single bedroom of this home. We have another bathroom that is completely designed like the other ones, but a few different details. But as you can tell, it really has that boho chic feel to the home with all these wood slats and this stone finishes. And then bringing it over here, we're going to get to your loft space, where we have 3 coffee tables right here, and then we have a beautiful designer couch in the background. And this rug right here is actually a Fendi rug. The emblem is right there in the corner of the rug. And then bringing it over here, we're going to have a TV wall again with that brass gold finish and the Patagonia rock going all the way around again, and we got recessed lighting on top here as well. And then bringing it into the last 2 bedrooms, I'm gonna take you to this one first. So this one have wood floors again. We have that wooden slats in the background. We have a linen texture here to break off the wall, so, sort of like an accent piece. And then we have ambient lighting coming from below. And then we have this orb over here. There's a pendant light orb. And that sort of, for me, feels like the ocean, because the ocean takes these rocks to form into weird shapes. That's exactly what I would imagine coming straight from the ocean. We have another bathroom that is beautifully designed. Once again, this one very similar to the one we were just in. So let's not spend too much time here and head into the last bedroom of this property. So this last bedroom of this property, again, same setup as the one that we were just in. So we have this linen accent piece below, as well as the wood slats again. And then we have this smoked mirror as well here that really gets that bigger feeling because you use the mirror to your advantage. And then bringing it in here This one is a little bit more oversized, but this is still very similar setups to the other ensuite spare bedrooms that we have on this property. Well, that wraps it up for the top floor of this home, but I'm gonna meet you guys down in the courtyard. Well, this wraps up the property tour for us. Shout out to the agent for making this possible. I'll link everything down below if you wanna book this as an Airbnb. And comment down below, is this worth $100 million to you? And comment your favorite feature, and I'll see you in the next property tour.